It out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Let's go!
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, here we go.
Shotgun now for Milrow. Finds the in route complete. He dodged the tackle, and he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
First down throw here from Milrow. A huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
60, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
Looking inside the red zone. Catch made. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks hold a slim 2-point lead early. Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or two shy of it.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
Fits it through the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Give him 38 on that one. And that's a Falcon 1st down. We've set it downs from 37. Running back sent in motion. On 1st down, here's Penix. Short pass brought in. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
From the shotgun, Penix. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Penix here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard shows 10-7. Back to Seattle after this. Here comes play number 8 of the drive. 3rd and 1. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That one is complete to Fannin. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate that.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Back to 60.
On the draw, it's Walker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
For a Seahawks, 1st down.
7 Pirates. 7.
Get it. 49-yard line.
Look at my team.
Go play action here. It's Milrow. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
This is Walker on 2nd. Looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that 1st down. Ball at the 41, 3rd and short.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Staying with Walker. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it.
Cowboy 80. 19 Lions.
Trying for it with Milrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs instead, they pick up the 1st.
Got it. Ready?
32-yard line.
Milrow from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, it looked like he was going to have that first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Short, it's Milrow. And the defender's there to knock this away, and that effort means it's 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Okay, ready?
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this.
Here we go, here we go. Viking 18. Ready, right?
Trying for it, it's Walker. He has the first down to the 10. There it is, touchdown Seattle. The Seahawks take a second-quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Seattle.
And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix. Into a crowd and intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. Somewhat surprising interception there, Brock. You don't see nearly as many of those on shorter, safer throws like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what that was. Coordinators and coaches offensively look for layups, Kate. You like basketball, right? They look for layups, easy gimmies. And in the short field, that usually is the case. Not against a defense like this, and not a defense that has the awareness of what they're trying to do.
And he's going to have this one down to the 20. They gain 11 on that play, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
It is caught left side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game.
Falcons 14.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's the one back on the handoff. Gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Kind of more aggressive call on second.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
3rd down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there. They're going play fake with Penix. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it. Leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
4th down. The offense is staying on the field. They're going for it. They do go for it. It's Penix. And they get to him. The fourth down gamble backfires with a sack. And it's a turnover on downs inside the red zone.
Those defenders, it might be a while before they get another chance like that again. What an incredible opportunity to hand their offense field position inside the red zone, while yet getting another shot of momentum themselves.
Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Ready? 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 18.
From the gun, Milrow. It's dropped underneath. Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks making a 16-point ball game. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks take a 3-possession lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Not much on that. Should have kept it in the end zone. Tackle's made at the 15-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Rolling back, it's the handoff. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Penix now. Go left side, finds Fanning. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Caught by his back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Catch made over the middle. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. He goes to the hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's Penix yet again. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. So the penalty backs them up. Here's 1st and 20. Penix is going to throw again. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that makes it 2nd and long.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
And again, it's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long, and that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Offense up to the line fast. Penix working from the gun. Chased out to his right. Passing is hauled in by the running back.
Okay, when you got a quarterback like this that is comfortable rolling to his right.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. They stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there. Well, we're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. 4th down, here's Penix. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career.
Okay, we know in this league takeaways are a big deal, but you get interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
70.
Shotgun now for Milrow. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Cowboy 80.
2nd and 10. Milrow to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 10 seconds to go in our half, partner. We've got whistles. It's a timeout. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Get it. Go.
Milrow looking to throw. Here's a screen now for Walker. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
And with that one, you're going to see some salty, foul moods in that locker room. You hate all turnovers, but that one led to 3 points, and you hate those even more.
He fields it from the 8. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
His drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Up to the ground by Nick Emanwari. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to the well again. pushing this up to the 29. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. To the line and sets. Here we go, first down.
First down, Atlanta.
Penix here from the gun. Hopkins isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Flushed out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Seahawks sending out the dime look here ahead of this third down. Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Man downfield, and he finds London. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it from the gun. And that's good for a few. It brings up third down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Third down. Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there. Throw here. Third down. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with the 1st and goal.
That's another Falcons first down.
From the shotgun, Penix. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt. So they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
Shotgun handoff to Carter. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here.
That result right there probably takes the run out of the picture on 3rd and goal. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe this offense is looking at this at 4-down territory. This is where the fascinating mind games go.
And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Going after tries good by Lutz. And the Falcons drop the lead back to 13. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fields this one at the 3. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
19, Cowboy 80. Ready.
Throwing here, Milrow. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Walker now from the gun. And 2 yards all he can get. It's third down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. On a 2-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Force that to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Trying for it with Milrow. Pass is caught by Horton. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line. They come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Off the play fake, Milrow. Finds him over the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. 1st and 10 from the 43.
70, here we go, here we go. Go.
And off to Walker from the gun. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go now.
We'll go play action here. It's Milrow. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll give up the gut to Walker. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. Never a pause you want to make, partner. A player injured on that snap, and it is their running back, Kenneth Walker, who's being looked at. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Kennedy Lions. Panther 60,
Throwing out to the left. Cut. Good reaction to the RPO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Ready?
Offense to the line. 2nd down.
Kennedy Lions.
To the air. Milrow. Completed over the middle. They come crashing down on that receiver screen, and they take him down behind the line.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Looking slant route, complete. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks stretch their lead on the final play of the 3rd. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The score is Seahawks 42, Falcons 21.
So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. And when we resume play, it'll be with a kickoff.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. 1st and 10. Seahawks working from the gun. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. It is caught at the 20. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons get it back to within 2 possessions. Drake London with the touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Falcons get it back to a 14-point game. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready? 60 by 6. Go.
Drive begins with a walker run. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Here's Milroe, first and 10. And he just hooks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Come on. Set the eagle. Ready?
Shotgun now for Milroe. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Cougar 19. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Milroe throwing on third down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
For a Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is Bigsby. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
At their 49-yard line.
19.
Milroe from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. All set to go now from the 35.
Tag. Ready.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run, and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, Milroe. Complete out to the right. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Ooh, poor effort there. He only gets it to the 15 before he's taken down. Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though. Here we got second down.
He You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. He's looking deep once again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
Milrow with it on 1st. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's 16 on the pickup. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10.
Get it! 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Here's Milrow to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short, it's Milrow. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Myers' kick is good. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle him up immediately.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He's on the quick hitter. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
On the shotgun, Penix. He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play fake, Penix. He's going to loft one deep to the left. And they pick him off again. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I gotta imagine, partner, there are a lot of folks shaking their heads at seeing that. He has battled interceptions all season, and here, well, he's now been picked off on back-to-back drives.
Yeah, shaking their heads because on this drive and throughout the season, the adjustments just haven't been there. The picks just keep coming week after week after week, and this time, back-to-back series.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So 2nd down coming up.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
19.
Milrow throwing again now on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. The Falcons going with a dime package here on 3rd down.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Complete. It's Horton. And he's going to be blocked down at the 28-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second and 10, still at the 28.
Tag! 70 Timberwolves.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Xavier Watts picks it. And the Falcons get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
On first down, here's Penix. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one does not go far. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
Brings up second and 9.
To the air with Penix. Dump off caught by his back. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Penix on third down. Gets this one to London. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on third down. They've got themselves a first and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Here's Penix and the Falcons. They're looking to tack on 2 more.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Seahawks get a hold of the kick. That should just about do it for this game. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
Here we go. Check.
Back to work after throwing the pick. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. First and 10 from the 43.
Cowboy 80.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Falcons get to it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it to the right side, and he's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! But it looked like a Falcon swooped in and got to that football. Yes, they recovered. They're keeping possession. Second down out the window. They're backed up here for third down. To throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on third downs. Like they want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. Desperation time here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it. Thanks to the turnover on down. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. It's a design keeper for Milrow. So it's a win for the Seahawks. And I know it's different for every sport, Brock. So is this the point where we'd say this winning streak is official? Might have something to it. 3 wins in a row now after this latest triumph.
Well, you get to this point and what happens